Wat hakten alle aan, fest helemaal.
Hi guys, welcome back. It's Artsy Planner, and today we're going to be testing these watercolor tube paints I found at Target in their dollar section. So I figured it'd be neat to see what we can create with them, and also try like some different basic painting techniques like the salt, the alcohol, and if I had masking tape I would do that, but I don't, unfortunately. I have heard that you can use cement glue and that gives a similar effect from Elmer's, but we're in quarantine so can't exactly run out to the store and get some. But yeah, so we're gonna be trying those two techniques out, and then just like the regular ones, like wet on wet and dry on dry. If there's anything I'm missing, remember I'm just a learner here, beginner. So if I miss anything, I'm sorry, but you know, just leave it in the comment sections below. Let me know if you guys think that these paintings are these tubes are actually gonna like compare to some other student grade watercolor techniques like praying watercolor or Crayola. And there's also like a Target brand that I'm pretty surprised on how pigmented it is. It doesn't have like a name on it. I just call it the Target brand because it comes with like a watercolor pad paper, which is also really nice. It's actually this one. It's like rough textured paper, and I absolutely love it. And it's Target, you know, and it's not that expensive. Not as cheap as Walmart, but still pretty decently priced. Alright, so let's get into testing these watercolor papers out, or swatching them, we should say. So what I'm going to do first is like squeeze them into my ceramic pellet here. You know, without that loud bang for y'all. I have to put a warning in there, so if I don't, I'm sorry. I'll cut it out. Oh. Alright, and then this is like the lid. I really like this ceramic pellet. It's by Jackson's art supply store. I really love it. Our artist supply store. It comes with a lid, and it keeps your like paints fresher and wetter longer, which I really like. I searched long and hard for finding a ceramic pellet that had a lid. I just really wanted one because like I didn't want a metal or a plastic one. I really wanted ceramic just because like it's a true white and you get like a true mixing. You get a truer color to the color you're mixing. And also because like it has this lid for extra mixing area, and you have this little space here that you can either use for a tiny watercolor brush, but I intend to use it for other mixing wells. So let's go ahead and swatch out these paints. Oh, by the way, they were like $3. So right away, I can hear that they're pretty noisy. They sound pretty hollow. Or maybe it's just me because like I'm not used to tube paints and I'm really new, but just look at that noise. Anyone who's like more experienced in the comment sections, let me know if like this is normal. Do they normally make this much noise? Alright, so we got the red here. And I'm noticing that it says ages 3 and up. So let's see if these really are like some nice beginner watercolor painting, watercolor tubes. You know, because I'm not expecting these to be archival by any means, but I am seeing, ooh, got some like bloating there. You know, I am hoping that they're at least like on par with like some of the other student quality out there, like Praying and Crayola and Target's own brand. And just to like, you know, see how they compare. Let's see if we can clean that up a little bit. Fun fact about me, even though it's like a big no-no to clean up your watercolor palette, because you know you can always just rehydrate them. And you know what, this is gonna bother me. I'm gonna go rinse this out. I'll be right back. Okay, so as I was saying, fun fact about me, I actually rinse out my watercolor palette. I do not like it to be messy. I am not a fan of mess. That's a big no-no for those of you that are still like learning about watercolor, haven't tried it yet. you're not really supposed to do that because since it's watercolor, you can just reactivate the paint when it's dry with water and use it again. I'm seeing if that will help for it not to explode again. I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with me shaking them around and didn't like it. But anyways, yes, but that's it. That's my big dirty secret there. I wash my watercolor palette. I'll probably be disowned by the watercolor community now. Alright, so now we got blue. I noticed we got all the colors of the rainbow, which is really nice. And then we got brown for some reason, but no black. I watched a tutorial before I got on here. I watched a few watercolor tutorials. There is like this horrible gnat just like flying around me. I kind of feel like Angela from The Office. Like, why is there a fly in here? I was just giving an interview. Anyways, but yeah, I was watching a watercolor tutorial video, and apparently one of the ways you can make black is mixing a deep blue with some purple. A deep blue with black. With brown. Can I like English today? And by the way, I know that catchphrase belongs to Jackie, so I'm sorry, Nerdy Crafter, dishonor on me for using your catchphrase, and there I go, using another one. Don't disown me. And then I just did it in the wrong order. Oops. Now the Mariah Elizabeth fans are gonna be upset. Not that anybody's like in the bowels of YouTube in my corner for Mariah Elizabeth. I hope not. Please don't banish me. Oh my god. Can't get this one open. I guess this one's childproof. Does this one still say ages 3 and up? Yes, it does. Okay. Yeah, how the hell do they expect a 3-year-old and older to open this? I guess maybe with mom and dad's help, but still, like, oh my god. Yeah, this has been like the cleanest one to open so far. I mean, yeah, out of all of them, this one was definitely messy, the red one. All right, now let's go for purple. And they had some pastel ones, but I didn't get the... Oh my god! Oh my god, what happened there? What happened? Oh my god. I don't even know what. Okay, so like what I was saying was that yeah, they had some pastel ones and I didn't get them because like I thought, you know, pastel, like they were basically the same colors but in pastel version. And I thought, you know, that's the thing about watercolor, you can just like make the color, add more water to it and you'll have the pastel version of it. It's not really necessary. So I didn't grab those. But if these turn out to be pretty decent student grade watercolor tubes, I am going to be like kicking myself for not getting more. Because I'm a hoarder of like art supply materials, just like any respectable artist in this community. Alright, so there's the aqua and our very messy purple, which I'm just gonna leave like that. Like yeah, it's shameful enough that I rinsed my palette out, which I'm not gonna do this time, but it's gonna bother me, but I'll accept it. But I am gonna rinse these tubes out. Like, I no way am I leaving that like that. You know what I just realized is I was popping that this last tube open, is if it was bothering me that much, I probably could have just popped it open with like a dotting tool or something. I don't know. Maybe that would have been less messy. Let me know if anyone like gets these and jars it out. But yeah, maybe instead of being so wasteful, I can get a paintbrush here. Scoop some of this out. Okay, so here's all our colors. They look so beautiful. I am so happy with these colors. I think they look amazing. I am super happy with them. Yes, these are amazing. So let's get to creating a piece. All right, so now I'm gonna sketch out what I want. make. And a quick little trick that I learned from another art YouTuber was to use watercolor pencils, because then like when your sketch lines won't show up. I'm not a fan of them. Some people are. I'm not. I think it like really takes away from the focus of the watercolor painting. Alright, so now I'm just dabbing some of the excess watercolor away, and the reason is because like when it's still wet, if you find that the color is darker or more saturated than you had wanted, you can dab away some of the extra color while it's still wet with the paper towel. And I thought I'd finally change up the angle so you guys would stop being so bored at looking at one side. I realized that I detracted away from my usual way of doing my voiceovers. I decided to actually keep the audio in my clip this time that I had in the video. Usually I just delete it, and then I follow like a specific formula. Like every 4 minutes I interject some music, because I found that with my last video that I did that, it was retaining a lot more of the viewer. So hopefully my conversation feeding won't affect me too much. But this is where I wish I had a big watercolor brush so that I could do washes for the background, because as the painting progresses on the background, it just doesn't look good. Not only because I don't have masking tape to cover up the areas I don't want the watercolor to go over, but also because with watercolor, if you don't do it all at once, you get hard edges because it'll dry. And that's exactly what happened here. You can actually tell where I was able to go quickly enough and feel confident to cover a large amount of space without too many harsh edges or overlaps. But then there's like the bottom right corner where you can definitely see like there's a change in the color, and it just doesn't look good. If I had some masking tape, I would definitely cover up that cactus and the clouds to get much cleaner lines and a nice smooth gradient wash, but that's in the future. Hopefully maybe the AdSense in the near future. I don't know when I will have enough to do AdSense, or even if I will do it at that point, because I feel like it will turn off viewers. But maybe when I feel like I'm confident enough with my art or my videos, I will do a Patreon. Who knows? I just really don't see myself doing that in the foreseeable future, at least for now. Maybe at the end of the year I'll have progressed far enough. But now I'm doing the salt technique not very well, because like instead of adding more color, which I realized I did wrong, I should have, like, as I was laying down the color, sprinkled on the salt, because it would have done the effect better. So instead, I just dipped my brush in some clean water and ran it over the background and then sprinkled on the salt. So I don't know how well it will work, or I didn't know how well it would work, I should say. But yeah, you'll see how it turns out towards the end. But yeah, I really wanted to tell you guys thank you so much for coming back. It was a long hiatus that I took. I never intended for it to be that long, but I had yeah, I'm trying to scrape off the salt here. Can you tell me so distracted? Yeah. Whoever told you that it would work with a paper towel is lying, because it tore up my paper towel. It was like sandpaper, so I just wound up like picking it off with my fingernail. Maybe it's because I did it wrong, I don't know, but that's what happened to me. Anyways, I just had so many things going on this summer. I had a lot of stuff going on both in my personal life and joining my pretty rainbow palette. Again, getting distracted of the colors I'm going to do for some more background touches or details because it just looked too empty. Anyways, again, just trying to get back to telling you what was going on. Yeah, I just had so many things going on both in my personal life and with school. I started practicum, which is when you start seeing clients for the first time as a counselor. And then these last 2 semesters, because I actually graduate next spring, I start my internship. So I'll be even more busy. So what I'm trying to do with my a little bit over 2-week break is just film a bunch of content and hopefully have somewhat of a buffer when I film videos. You know, and that's like just saying that like maybe I can keep this up. I am probably being overly enthusiastic or overestimating my capabilities, just if the summer is anything to go by. But I also have to give myself credit that the fact that there's so much things going on. Hopefully not this coming fall semester. But anyways, thank you so much for coming back, guys. I really hope you like it, and I hope you come back next week. I will have a big project that I've been working on throughout the summer for you guys. All right, bye.
Vad hade alla